I am Sarah the Eagle. We are continuing our episode of An Eagle Lands In with Stardew Valley. Since it's been almost a full week, I'm just gonna clue you guys in to what we did last time. Alrighty, let's see where we left off. Ah, yes, that's right. We went through the mines quite a bit, and we got a lot of goodies. And we also filled quite a few bundles. So, on our previous stream, we had built a bunch of crab pots. We had finished, I think it was actually the crab pot bundle, or one of the other fishing bundles, in which we got more crab pots. We tapped a lot of trees, which means that soon we'll be getting enough items for that, that other bundle that requires the oak resin, the pine tar, and the maple syrup. So that'll be coming along well. Let's see, we did that. And today is the first day of summer. We finished our first full season of the game, and honestly, this is the best playthrough I've ever had. I don't know if you guys are just good luck or whatever. That's what I'm going to say it is. Alright, so we do have some things to bring to Gunther as well. But because today's the first day of the season, and this will be true no matter what time of year, no matter what year you're in, first day of the season, seed day. Always make sure you have a good amount of money for seed day. Alright, before we leave the house, let's check the weather. Beautiful sunny day. Now, in summer, you don't get a lot of rain. Almost ever. So summer is not the season to upgrade your watering can if you can help it. Unless you're okay with waiting. The best day we discovered, I discovered in my own playthrough, but I told you guys through a previous stream that the best time to upgrade your watering can is the day before it rains. So if you check your forecast and it says the next day there will be rain, that day is when you drop your watering can off with Clint. Because you water your stuff that day, you turn it in, cool, your plants are watered, which means that their gestation period in which they are growing and producing crops is not interrupted. Every day that they're watered, they'll keep giving you stuff, which is money. Cool. And then the next day, which the forecast said would be rain, is a day you wouldn't need your watering can anyway. And then Clint will have your watering can ready for you the next day, the day after it rains. So if you don't want to interrupt your growth cycle, which literally costs you money, not just because you bought the seeds, but also because that's a harvest you could be missing on, especially if you're using like Speed Grow and Deluxe Speed Grow. So that's when you would want to do it. So summer doesn't have a lot of rainy days. In fact, summer has very few rainy days up until the end. That's when you start getting thunderstorms, which is a whole new thing. I don't even think you guys have seen a thunderstorm yet. We probably won't get to that this stream, but we will get to it at some point. So, let's see. What do I have on our docket here? Upgrade more tools, build more tappers, get that last backpack. All right, so first things first. See, living off the land. Hops, for example. Ooh, yes. So hops are a nice little crop. Much like beans, once you plant hops, they keep producing. Parsnips, which we saw in the spring, same for kale and same for potatoes. You plant them, they grow, you pick them, they're gone. You have to rebuy the seeds and replant the plot. But with trellis plants, which includes beans for spring, hops and corn for summer, corn and grapes, I think, in the fall, and then obviously nothing grows in winter, are the trellis plants. So you would plant them, they take up that plot for the entire season, you just keep watering them, they will keep producing. The other nice thing about hops is that they, once you like harvest the hops, if you have a cask, which I don't think that we do yet, because we don't have any oak resin yet, but actually we might have one cask. But whatever, we'll try to build casks this season. If you have casks and you put hops in there, it produces pale ale. If you put wheat in there, it will produce beer, which sells really well, and almost everyone in town, with the exception of like Penny and one other person, all love beer. It makes a good gift. Pale ale is the same thing, but better, and also it's worth more. So if you're trying to romance, let's say, Shane, for example, or if you're trying to butter Pam up, the two local alcoholics, then you would want to give them beer and pale ale. Those are two of their favorite things. All right, so let's check the fortune. Bad luck today. Okay, well, you know what? Today's seed day, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah, so this is what I mean. So this is all dead, so we're going to have to rehoe it. But because we had left a lot of our crops alone, and then these are all dead too, so you have to site them all out, we didn't have to replant everything. That does, however, mean that we have to rewater everything. So let's get this. We're going to get our speed grow too. We do have some seeds because we were lucky enough to get some from Gunther. We also have a starfruit. Coffee will also grow too. The rare seeds we have to wait on. Bait we'll have to wait on too. Spring seeds won't grow. We're saving these for speed grow once we learn how to make them. So, let's expand our farm. We have time before Pierre opens anyway. Alright, so let's plan this out. Use your speed grow preferably on plants that take a really long time to grow. So that would be best used on starfruit and melons. So let's put them right up front, that way they can't be missed. Alright, let's plant our starfruit. Alright, and we do need melons for a bundle, so we can... let's plant them, why not? Alright, so we need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 9. If we have some auxiliary seeds, then sure. By 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 36, 37, 38, plus 16 is like 54-ish. So let's buy 60 seeds. And let's water the plots now. We have some time to kill before Pierre opens. Oh, and we do have some fertilizer too, so we can plop that down. Coffee is also not quite a trellis plant, only in that trellis plants are known for you not being able to like move through them at all. Coffee will produce for the entire season, much like corn, but you can move through coffee. And I'm fairly certain you can move through corn, but you cannot move through hops, you cannot move through grapes, you cannot move through beans. So I think those are more like true trellis plants. Alright, so it's 9. We need as much time as we can just to make sure that we have enough planting material. So we're just going to go right to Pierre's. Alright, nothing forageable, whatever. No worms I see. Oh, hey, Marnie. Just love animals. Treat them kindly and we'll be friends, I'm sure. This is Gus. Pierre's got the good stuff. Yes, he does. Alright, so we already planted some melons, so I think we can leave those alone. Always try to plant tomatoes, because I'd say they're nice and useful. Blueberries. Blueberries, much like, as you would imagine, strawberries, you plant them right in the beginning. Also, much like strawberries and corn, they grow for the entire season. You can also turn blueberries into both jam and wine, which sells very, very well. You'll also want to have wheat, because if you want to keep animals, you need to have wheat. Preferably if you build a silo, you can store hay and wheat. I think most animals eat hay. Wheat you can also turn into beer, so it's good that way too. Radishes are nice to have. They're kind of like the potatoes of the... Oh, here we go. Alrighty. I think that's a good start. Alright, we don't really need any of these for that. Oh, I think these are the things that we sold him. That's probably why he has them. Okay, so saplings. I would say that saplings are a really good investment once you have the backpack, because then you get to start long-term prepping. So you need 3 apples for Marnie's fodder bundle in the bulletin board collection, and you can only get them if you basically plant an apple sapling first day of summer, leave it alone for an entire season, and then a couple days into fall it will start producing, and you need 3 of them. So I would say don't spend all of your money on this until you have these. As I had stressed before we had even gotten that second row of inventory slots, the backpacks are the most important because they increase the number of things you can do in a day. And the more you can do in a day, the more money you can make in a day. And so if we were to plant this sapling, we wouldn't be halfway to the next backpack upgrade. We'd be less than 1/10 of the way to the upgrade. Now the saplings are worth it because unless you chop them down or, blow them up or something, they will keep producing season to season. There is no point at which a sapling will die. So, don't chop it down. But also, if I were to plant this sapling now, and trees go dead the day after their season ends, much like any other plant that you would plant, but the next year rolls around, it's fall again, apple will keep producing. It will produce every year in its appropriate season, unless you put them in the greenhouse, in which they will grow literally all year. But we don't have that yet, so we're not going to worry about it. These other saplings are all good for different seasons. So I believe I brought you guys through them before, but let's go through it one more time. If your main concern is the bundles, saplings are necessary, especially because, unlike most people, we don't run into pomegranates from the traveling merchant immediately. We were just uncommonly lucky. And you need, I think, 2 pomegranates for 2 different bundles. So generally, you would want to buy the pomegranate sapling, which only grows in the fall, much like the apples. They're separated by season. So cherries and apricots both grow in spring. You would want to plant them the first day of winter. And they will grow in winter, they just won't produce until their appropriate season. Orange and peach would be summer, so you would plant them the first day of spring. They would grow the entire spring and then start producing in the summer. Pomegranate and apple we've covered. There is nothing that grows specifically in winter unless it's just any of the winter forageables, and you can find at least half of them, if not 3/4 of them, for their appropriate foraging bundle in the mine, just in the frost biome. And we've been there. You guys have seen it. And I think this is just literally the stuff that we sold him right before. So he happens to have it in stock. So for the time being, I think that's enough seeds. Also, we physically don't have any more room, so let's go plant them. Let's go see our bundle progress. You could always check your bundle progress. You can go to the community center, but don't waste your time like I did. And there's this little tab right here under your main menu. We're playing on PC, so I don't 100% know what all of the appropriate key bindings are for a lot of your menus on Switch or Xbox or PS. We're on 4, but they're releasing the 5th now, which looks really strange. Up here in the community center, you can check your bundles, and based on the room, you can check which bundles you've completed. So the artisan bundle is going to take a good bit. This comes from a tree, 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 and this comes from a tree, but we got really lucky with the traveling merchant in the last couple of streams, so we've already filled this. This you make once you own pigs. They find truffles, and you put it into a machine and turns it into truffle oil. A truffle itself is also going to be a bundle item under a different bundle. Cloth, if we're lucky, we can get it from the recycling machine from soggy newspapers. That's why it's my favorite trash. So to talk about. So goat cheese, guess. Cheese comes from, I think, most of the milk-producing animals. I think that would include cows, obvi, goats, and I think sheep. I haven't ever kept sheep, so I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if that's true. Honey you get from bees, which we do have the recipe for an apiary. I don't think we've built one yet. Jelly, it can be any flavor of jelly. Just put a fruit in a preserve jar and boom. And then these we've already discussed. Let's see, quality crops. We did plant some melon seeds, you'll remember. So if we do get 5 gold stars of these, or 5 gold corn, then we can drop that in our quality crops bundle. Summer crops, fall crops. All right, so we need one of each, and we have the seeds for one of each, so that should be no problem. All right, so the bulletin board, this is the one I was talking about. You need 3 apples. Technically, you need 4 if you're going to count that bundle and the artisan bundle, but you don't technically need an apple to fill that bundle. The chef's bundle, the maple syrup comes from the trees. Here's the truffle that I had mentioned. These you have to cook, or you sometimes find in the garbage, honestly. I've never even seen this, except at the traveling merchant. I don't even know where it grows. If you guys know where it grows or how to get one, please let me know in the comments. Poppies you can grow yourself. If you saw briefly while we were looking at Pierre's selection, you can grow poppies, and you will need to, but we physically don't have the space at the moment. Let's see, so we're bulletin board. Vault is literally just a lot of money. You need to have money to spare. We don't currently. And then the last thing we need in order to get the minecart is a gold bar, which means that we have to get to, I think, level 60 in the mines. I think 60 and afterward is when you start seeing like gold and fire quartz and iridium and stuff like that. We're almost there. I think we're in like, I think we just hit 50 the other day. Yeah, I think our last stream we hit 50, so we are actually pretty close. And I think that's it. So the next bundle that we can complete very easily is the summer foraging bundle. And these all grow on the ground. Very easy. So let's go plant, and let's go forage if we have any time left. I think we will. I think we have more than enough seeds, so let's just plan this out. And yeah, I know we have to go to Gunther's, but it's okay. Gunther can wait. Actually, you know what? We're almost to Gunther's. Let's go drop this off, especially because it could be more money. And more bag space. I have found a lot of bundle items in the garbage, actually. I would always suggest going through the garbage. Just make sure you're not seen. Oh, remember this little plot right here? Usually it's uninhabited for the spring because it's out of season. It's a little ice cream shop, and Alex runs it. You can buy ice cream from Alex. It's very sweet. There we go. Additional space. Nothing. There we go. Let's go to Clint's. Sell the aquamarine. Extra money. Actually, no, we're not going to buy gold ore. It's very tempting because I know that we already have 3, but we can get it literally for free if we just go to the mines like 1 or 2 more times, which we might get lucky enough to find. If we go to the mines in the next, like, day or 2. In-game day, obviously. Okay, we have 1 more space. We only need 1 poppy for the bundle, so we can buy that. It's 100 gold. We don't need more than 1, honestly. I don't think there are any other bundles that require poppies. However, the other use for flowers, and there's a different flower selection every season, is if you plant flowers around your beehive, or beehives if you have more than 1, it flavors the honey, which means that it heightens the value of your honey. And the nice part is that you can do that all year. You plant 1 poppy, that's it. You get poppy honey until the poppy is dead, which takes either you destroying it by accident, which I've done a lot of times, or the season ending. So you can plant 1 poppy, grow it to its full bloom, and then forget about it for an entire season. And because apiaries take literally nothing, they just give you honey. It is the easiest, laziest way to just get better honey all year. Oh my god, aim please. Oh yeah, and you know what we can do because we upgraded our watering can that I totally, absolutely forgot about because it's been a while? There we go. Alright, so how are we going to plan this out? You want to put your trellises, in this case our hops, in a spot where you know it's not going to be in the way. So let's put them here on the border. You also don't want to put them row by row, because then they're going to be very difficult to reach. So let's put them like that. I know it's uneven, I know, but we bought a dumb amount of them. Let's drop tomato plants right like that. Get our peppers like that. Oh god, I can sense all of the Virgos crying out at once. We did put some fertilizer here, so let's make the blueberries nice. And then we also have our poppy and our wheat. I don't think I saw corn. That or we already planted it. I don't remember. Let's get some radishes and some wheat. Alright, so everything's planted and we have a good number of auxiliary seeds, which is perfectly fine. We didn't plant our poppy, but that's fine. We also don't have an apiary, I think, which would be the optimal place to put it. So, let's see, for the fish tank. We finished the crab pot bundle, I believe, so yeah, we did. That's how we got a bunch of crab pots. This comes from the desert, and I don't remember where to get wood skips. I know you can get them from the, like, just regular areas without having to go anywhere, and then these are just hard to get. Walleyes you can only get when it's raining and when it's nighttime. They're annoying as hell. Largemouth bass, I've seen. Sturgeon comes from the lake. Ocean fish, tuna, and tilapia are just rare. Alright, so let's drop this and this in here. We won't need them for the time being. You can, however, turn them into really nice fertilizer once we learn how to do it. Alright, let's go to the ocean, and we're going to take the long way, because we are going to forage and hopefully find some of those forageables for the bundle. It is a spiceberry, I think it was a grape, and well, that was pretty nice. And some other thing. I'll know it when I see it. I know the traveling merchant's not here. She only shows up Sunday and Friday. Canonically, that would be Friday and Sunday. But the area around where she lives and Rasmodius lives, here we go. Boom, bundle item. It's a sweet pea. That was the thing I forgot. Sweet peas are the summer daffodil. They give you no energy. They serve no purpose except to be sold. Which, honestly, is just fine. It's free money. You literally just pick it up off the ground. So now that it's summer, our hat mouse has different hats. Which are cute if you've already gotten to the point where you don't know what to spend your money on, if you're getting that much. We're not there yet. So we're not going to do that. We still have a lot of really big things to save up. And now that it's also summer, all of the spring onions will not grow anymore. You have to wait another year to see those again. And I don't think you can make seeds out of them either. So once you miss them, you miss them, which is why I was so adamant about us collecting them as often as we did. Yes, there were days that I forgot, but that'll happen. We did get a good number of them, though. This is just how many we have with us. Alright, wait till she's gone. Alright. Being a trash goblin. Alright. Let's go down to the ocean. Hi, Haley. Ooh, worms. Ooh. These books are nice because they usually have, if you go to Gunther's, he has a bookshelf, and you go in there and you just, you read all the books, and the books can tell you little snippets about the different people, about different skills. It's really useful. Throw this in there, pick one of these, drop it in. Here's a hint for your crab pots. If you have the bait as the item active in your action bar, and that's the one that you're selecting, whatever you pick out of the crab pots will not accidentally pull up the crab pot and throw that into your inventory. That's really annoying, and it's been plaguing me for a stupidly long time until my brother dropped that nugget on me. Really, really useful. Thank you, Ben. If you want to, you can follow my brother on Steam. I believe his username is Hurt Attack, spelled Hurght. I don't know what it means. He'll probably explain it to you if you ask nicely. Alright, so we're going to go into the crafts room. So, when you have bundles and you find the item... Wrong one. I believe it wiggles when you have an appropriate item, unless you curse over it. But you can't fill it until you are actually in the community center. So you can check it anytime, but you can't fill them anytime. You have to be here. So we have 2 sweet peas. I would always suggest putting the non-ranked ones in your bundles if you can help it, just because you're losing money if you put your nice ones in. If you don't have a choice, like if you were to find, I'll use a previous example. I was catching a lot of sturgeons, and it was almost the end of the season in which you can catch them, which for the most part is winter. I think I was like 3 days away from the end of winter, and they're very hard to catch. They're some of the hardest fish to catch besides legendaries. And just all I was getting were golds because my fishing skill was so high by that point that eventually I just said bug it and just put like a silver sturgeon in there. If you have no choice, go ahead, but if you can avoid it, try to put your non-ranked items in there. It'll save you some money and probably a little bit of trouble too. Once you put your things in there, you cannot take them out. They are there forever. You cannot exchange them. So they're locked in, which is also why I urge you guys to put your non-ranked items in there, because otherwise you're going to be kicking yourself and or restarting the entire day because you done bucked up. I'm going this way to see if there are any more forageables around here. I don't see one near Linus. Ah, here we go. Grapes. A good number of them, too. Alright, inventory's full, which means that's going to be a ranked item. Why don't we drop some of these items into some things, some cases. Then we'll go back up there and grab the grapes. Also, if you keep a pet, water their bowl. They'll be happier. Alright, throw the rock and the charcoal in there. Throw this into the machine. Throw this away. Throw this away. I don't think rainbow shells are bundle items. Let's always double check. Always, always, always. Because if you throw something out or sell it and you realize, oh wait, I needed that, you'll be kicking your own butt. Yeah, I'm mostly sure rainbow shells are not bundle items. Yeah, see, it was wiggling. It's because we have a grape, but we have to physically go to the community center to drop it off. Nope. Nope. Okay, yeah, I think it's okay to sell the rainbow shell. Alright, so let's go find those grapes from before. We'll walk back to the community center, and then if we have some time left, maybe we'll do some fishing, just because we spent a good amount of our money. And if we're trying to save up for that last big backpack upgrade, we'll need to start making money too. And because today's the first day of planting, it's going to take a while before any of those crops become lucrative. So it's going to take a hot sec. thankfully we can sell these grapes. I would suggest only selling the gold ones, just because the silver ones you can put into casks and make wine, which is literally free money. Grapes, I mean, you can grow them, but grapes are things you find on the ground, which we just did. And you can turn them into wine, which is a good amount of money. I think the cheapest wine sells for like more than 200 gold, which if you seriously spent nothing on it, which we did because we picked it up off the literal ground, is free money. So I usually sell the gold ones just because until you get... no, it's a keg. Sorry, I've been misspeaking this entire time. It's a keg that turns your thing into wine or jam or... no, wine or juice. It's casks that you then age things in, which you need your house to be fully upgraded to get. So kegs. Kegs are the thing which I think we can build. We just need oak resin. Iron bar maple syrup. Oh, can we not make them yet? I guess not. But once we build a bee house and tap a couple more trees, we will be able to build kegs, which we'll be able to use to make wine and beer and pale ale, which will help step up our selling game. We'll make more money that way, I promise. I was really hoping that would be something else, but oh well. Drop that off. Drop these off, drop that off. Oh yeah, we can throw this in there too. That'll either become wood or a torch. Throw that in there. Alright, so it's 10:50. We do have some energy left. Money speaking, we can't go to Clint's because he closes at 4, and it's many hours after 4. So let's go fishing. And it is nighttime, so I think it would be intelligent to go lake fishing and see if we can't catch some of the night fish. I don't think we'll be seeing a walleye. I'm mostly sure that we won't, but we could at least catch some other decently rare fish that will sell well. Oh, it's already 11:30. Alright, we'll make a couple casts, I guess. Alright, for your fishing minigame, you have 2 things to think about. Your catchability bar, which is that bar over in the... on the right, and then you have your fishing bar, which is this little bar here. Keep the little bar here on the fish by clicking your mouse. If it's on a different system, please tell me what it is. I don't know. I've only ever played this on PC. Until your green bar on the right goes all the way up. Alright, after this cast, let's head back. Oh, we got a nice chub, too. The fish. We got a nice fish. It's Gold Star. Because we didn't use all of our energy, I think it would be alright if we got to bed at like 1-ish or so. When your energy is nearly gone, you really do want to be in bed no later than like 12:30, 12:50 or so, because then, oh nice. You'll take an energy penalty the next day. So I always try, until I get a couple of star drops, which will permanently increase your energy, I try to be in bed by like 12:50 at the latest. Obviously that's not going to happen for us, but because we didn't fully use our energy, and because days 1 and 2 are usually for planting in the summer, especially when your farm expands. Our farm is tiny compared to what it could be. You can literally fill this entire farm plot. So long, so long as your ground looks like this, you can fill your entire farm plot with crops. You know, or barns if you want to raise animals, or, you know, fish ponds if you want to raise like sturgeon eggs for caviar and stuff. That is a valid way to farm. We just have a patch Alright, so day 2. It's going to be sunny today, so we're going to have to water our crops. The weather for tomorrow is going to be a beautiful sunny day. We're going to have to water it then. Bad luck today. Alright. Which means it will actually be an okay fishing day. Pleasure to inform you that your farm will be featured in next week's up-and-coming column of the Stardew Valley Tribune. Congratulations, we're impressed with your quick progress. Aw, thanks. Alright, so drop that in there, that in there. Alright, I know that chubs are bundle fish, but I'm pretty sure we already put ours in. Yeah, it's... I think we did. Did a bulletin board one? No. 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 Yeah, I do think whatever we needed chubs for, I think is already complete. So I think we're okay in that regard. Yeah, so I think we can sell it. If not, they're common. You can find them again easily. Alright, so let's water our crops. That's chore number 1. Plus, nowhere is open, so you're not even going to be able to do anything. So now that we've upgraded our watering can, you can do more than one tile at a time. You just hold down your, if you're on the PC that is, left key button. So long as you have the copper watering can, you can do up to 3 tiles. When you have the steel watering can, you can do up to 3 tiles, or you can also do a radius around you, which, depending on what you have, can be the equivalent of a regular sprinkler. With a gold watering can, I think it becomes the equivalent of a quality sprinkler. And then if you have the iridium watering can, it is the equivalent of an iridium sprinkler. Sprinklers are things that we don't really know how to make yet, but once you do, they are life-changing. It limits the amount of things that you have to water, which saves you both time and energy, which does translate to money. So, because look how much energy we used just watering our plants. A not zero amount. Alright, so I usually try to fill my watering can before I plop it back in. So da-da, that's done. Let's put the periwinkles back. Clint's isn't open, but we can go to the ocean and pick up whatever might be in the crab pots. We've completed the crab pot bundle, but that doesn't mean that crab pots stop being useful. Once we get the recipe to make deluxe speed grow, which I think we actually do have. Well, we have speed grow. Once you get the recipe to make deluxe speed grow, you'll need to go down there a lot. Clams you can find just on the beach anyway, and you use those with pine tar, which we'll need to tap a few more trees in order to get. You also need red anemone, which grow in that little patch that requires us to fix that bridge, which requires 300 wood. Is anybody around? No? Okay. Alright, got a forageable, that's fine. Alright, I think before we go to the ocean, let's go to Clint's just to open this up, see what it is. So long as it's early game, if you have Clint break open every fossil, chances are pretty good you're going to have something for Gunther, which is also going to give you a nice little payout. Always go to Clint's first. You never know what's going to be in these fossils. According to legend, angry thunder spirits would throw these stones at one another. Okay, so that means Gunther has seen this before. So you can technically sell it to Clint if you want. Or you can also give them as gifts. A lot of people in town do really like minerals as gifts. I think for the most part, most everybody likes minerals, but not artifacts. Hold on. Excuse me. Nobody in Stardew that I've seen likes artifacts. I have given Marnie, the woman who raises chickens, a chicken statue, and she hated it. And I'm just like, who are you and what did you do with Marnie? So generally leave the artifacts to Gunther or throw them in the bin later. Alright, so do the bait thing. And if you don't, here's what happens. Boop! Put that in. Drop that in. Da-da-da. Alright, we got an achievement before. Yeah, so this is a bundle item, and the red anemones are both useful for the deluxe speed grow, and they might be bundle items, but you need 300 wood in order to fix this. You won't be able to get to that area until you do that. Which you could literally just spend a couple days just doing nothing but chop trees. But we got some other things to do. So let's drop this stuff off. We're having bad luck, so I don't think today would be a good mine day. Actually, come to think of it, chopping trees down would also not be a bad use of time. Yeah, we might actually do that. I'm sure you guys are sick of watching me fish. So let's just do some other menial task in which we chop trees down. We did also upgrade our axe. So the axe is going to take less energy to chop down trees, which means it'll be a little faster and a little less energy consumptive. Which, by the way, is a good thing. Alright, so we want to keep a lot of fish. We want to keep all of our clams, because you can turn all that into speed grow. Yeah, so we only have 16 of this, and we've got 5 hardwood, and actually we can toss those in there. Alright, we can't bust these yet for hardwood until we have a steel axe. And we need... I think we have enough iron for that, truth be told, but I'm not comfortable with getting rid of, like, spending more money before we have the backpack. My method is usually buy the most expensive thing first, because it'll be the hardest to save up for, and then everything else is just money. I mean, kind of literally, of course, that's tautologically true, but if you save up to get the hardest thing, everything else seems much easier in comparison. So, can't go wrong there. I like to leave the grass alone until I want to expand, because once you build a silo, harvesting grass becomes another forageable, because it drops hay. And hay will automatically go right to your silo, which, if you keep animals, is what they eat. So you can essentially replenish your animals' food supply for free. And, because you're using the scythe to do it, it's also not energy consumptive at all. It's free in that regard as well. Alright, so we're probably not going to get 300 wood today, but we are going to make some progress, especially because I think that construction bundle required a good amount of wood from us too. Alright, if you haven't got tappers on any of your trees yet, summer's a good time to do it, because the difference between all of the tree types is the most obvious. So I will show you what those are. Let's just get some fertilizer going. And then the fertilizer will literally just increase the value of the things that you're planting. So if you have a chance to put fertilizer down, always put fertilizer down. So the trees with these little yellow thingies on them is a maple tree. The tree that looks like a Christmas tree, as you would imagine, is a pine tree. And then the tree here with a straight trunk is an oak tree. Now, in the spring, whoever watched any of my episodes in which I was doing the spring, which is literally all of them up until this point, these trees look exactly the same. They're the same color, they're the same shape, except for the trunk. The maple tree is a little curvier, and the oak tree is pretty straight. So because we need maple syrup, we'll be tapping a maple tree. We need pine tar, so our pine tree is tapped, and we need oak resin, which is why this oak tree is tapped. So when you cut them down, you get seeds, as you would, imagine. You get, I will show you them all. You get acorns from oak trees. You get maple seeds from maple trees. And I don't think we have any pine tree. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I guess we sold all the pine tree seeds, but that's okay. So if you want to sort of have your farm more planned out, you can take the seeds and plant them wherever you like. They will not, Terraria rules for anybody who's played, you will not be able to plant them too close together, or they won't grow. I think they need, a tile in every direction to grow correctly. Otherwise, you just get, like, a bunch of, you know, these, and then you finally get one of these. Alright, let me double check with the bundles. I think it was the construction bundle, and I want to say it was in the bulletin board. Alright, nope, absolutely wrong. It wasn't the vault. We finished those. Oh, it was the crafts room, that's what it was. Yeah, okay, so we can fill at least one of these. Now, you can call me a hypocrite for deciding to... Oh! Look what we found! Okay, having fruit bats is already worth it, because this was the last bundle item for the fall foraging. If we didn't buy that thing from the traveling merchant, we would have gotten a cherry already. Okay, I am already converted. I will never be choosing mushrooms again. So let's... Spice berries are good to keep. Salmon berries, let's toss those. Toss that, toss that, toss that. Toss that. I was gonna do a thing. Yeah, these. Huge bummer though, I don't believe you can plant trees outside of your farm. Doesn't matter if it's like the best plot of land that's ever existed, I don't think you can plant them. In earlier versions of this game, I think you could, and I think you could tap trees, but I don't think you can anymore. I've tried it, and I haven't been able to do it, so I'm wondering if it's just no longer a thing. Alright, so we're going to be going right to the crafts room for two different reasons, two different bundles. There we go. You get to keep the leftovers, that's good though. And then for summer foraging, boom, bundle complete. The bridge repair is if you were to finish all of these bundles, and that bridge goes to the quarry. Summer seeds, okay. Alright, yeah, we don't have a lot of energy, so I would say it is the evening, so we can chop a few more trees down, but I would also suggest we could do a little bit of fishing. I know that's your guys' favorite thing to watch me do, but can't deny that it's not lucrative. So, I'd say the best place to fish would actually be over by the mines. That lake produces, just in my experience, the best quality fish. You can catch the most. You can also, once you get the minecart running, of course, you could even stay up until like 1:20 and hop in the minecart, and you know, if you have a horse, you can literally be in your bed by like 1:50. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but you could if you wanted to, like really squeeze out like every second. I've done it before. Although, however, without the minecart and without the horse, it's really not lucrative or safe. To fill you guys in case you haven't seen many of my other streams before, your game has a time limit, as you've seen. The day always starts at 6 a.m., the day always ends at 2 a.m. If you are not in your bed by 2 a.m., oh well, the game will end for you, and someone will have to Stardew you back to your house, which takes away money from you, because you have to pay them. They'll just rifle through your pockets and take what they feel they're owed. And if you run out of energy and health in the mines, not only does that also happen to you, but you lose items as well, regardless of what time it is. So don't stay out till 2. I mean, unless you absolutely have to. I mean, sometimes when your farm gets really, really big and it's the first day of the month, you spend literally the entire day doing nothing but buying seeds and planting. So if you have to pass out in your own field at 2 a.m., cool. Especially also by that point you'll have so much money that like losing a couple hundred gold isn't gonna matter. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, there's bubbling water over there. Always do the bubbles. It heightens your catch rate. You get way more hits per cast, which means you're not going to get like, you know, garbage or algae or stuff like that. You're going to find fish. As long as you get the little blue sparkly animation, you know you've hit the patch. Okay, so about the part where I said you don't get trash, you get less. For the most part, you'll be getting fish. This is literally just because I said that. Now it's just spiting me. Nah. Alright, we literally don't have any more room, so let's just run back. Drop some stuff off. Nope, 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 not what I meant to do. Every cast does take up energy, so try not to do that if you can handle it. No worms. Butts. There we go. That'll be enough to at least chop down a tree or two. Actually, speaking of trees, we can just plant some. There's a worm patch. Clay. Nice. And let's plant some maple trees. If you think I'm planting them at random, you are correct. Oh, I guess I missed some. Alright, drop this down. Let's make some fertilizer in the meantime, and then we'll put this in here, and then we'll drop the clay in there, because we don't need it. And we'll also drop our gold stuff in there, and our fishy fish, and our grapey grape. Drop that in there. Keep the grape. You can turn that into grape wine. Oh, we can sell that too. The plum and the cherry you can also sell as well. Oh yeah, and drop the seeds. We won't need them for the time being. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Boop, alright. Let's make some fertilizer. Yeah, if the plant has already started to grow, you cannot put fertilizer down. Or if there's already fertilizer down, you can't put it down. But we'll have it on reserve for if we want to expand our field or use it later. So that's perfectly fine. Alright, we do have a little bit of time, so let's chop down one more tree or so. Oh, and let's also have some torches around too, so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. Preferably don't chop down the trees that have tappers on them. It interrupts the tapping cycle. You do get the tapper back. It doesn't, go away. But it just means that you have to put the tapper back on a new tree, which restarts the entire tapping process, which is just time-consuming and is annoying. Alright, so it's midnight. Let's chop down this tree, and then we'll go to bed. Alrighty. Let's go to bed. Not take the energy penalty. Oh. Did you guys hear that? It was a noise. Whenever something happens right before the next day, if you hear like a weird noise, if you hear like an earthquake, if you get like a, oh, what was that? It means something special has happened. And I think I know what that means. If I'm correct, then that little noise that we heard means that somewhere on our farm... No, I was wrong, but this is even better. I think the spa has been unearthed. Alright, so let's check the weather. Clear and sunny. What a surprise. Good luck today. Okay, today's a mine day. Alright, so we have salmonberry jelly. Lost my lucky purple shorts. Mayor Lewis. Alright, let's drop off our forageables in here. Alright, so let's drop off one of the salmonberry jellies, because the other salmonberry jelly is technically a bundle item. Every time you water, it takes a little bit of energy, so upgrading your watering can really, really helps. Because every time you use the watering can, every time you use the watering can, you use energy. If you can water more with the same amount of energy, this makes this go a lot faster. It's a lot less painful. Alright, I think we're all good in that regard. Let's refill the watering can. I don't think we put bait in there. Drop that in there. Throw that in there. We can plant 2 trees. Yeah, we forgot. That's okay. Alright, plant this, and let's go drop off the jelly, and then we can go straight to the mines. Early day. Well, let's check the ocean, and then we'll go straight to the mines. Always save, in early game at least, save your good luck days for the mines, because the luck will affect the amount of time it takes to find ladders to go down. So there are 2 parts to the mine. One where you can, do the obvious, in which you would gather the things that are around the mine, whether it's ore, resources, coal, enemies, which are on every level and it's randomly generated. But the other thing is, in order to progress, you have to work your way down. And to work your way down, you need to find ladders. And the ladders will appear randomly. If you have good luck, it will take fewer swings of your pickaxe, breaking stuff, in order to come up with the ladder. So you work your way down the ladder faster when you're working on a good luck day. I got some good garbage over here. Good, good, good. Drop these off, and then... Nah, we don't have to run back home to drop them off. We can just drop them off in the chest that we placed outside the mine for just that purpose. We might even be able to find some gold today if we're lucky. So once we afford the backpack, the very next thing that we're going to do is we are going to upgrade our axe to iron, because then we can harvest hardwood. And once we're able to harvest hardwood, that opens up an entirely new area of the game. Speaking of entirely new area of the game, when the earthquake happened last night, it unlocked this, which means it's the spa and the train station. So far as I know, the train station hasn't really done much or means much. Trains do pass through Stardew sometimes, and it's cool, but I haven't gotten to that point. Don't spoil it. But the bathhouse is nice because... Pick your women's or your men's... Ah! You go into here, and let's say you took an energy penalty last night because you didn't get home until like 1:30ish. You go through the locker room, you suit up. No running, of course, you physically can't. And your energy gets replenished. For free. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, obviously, but... So if you're spending all day chopping trees, and you're just completely out of energy, and it's only like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, once that earthquake happens and you unlock the spa house, you can pretty much open up the rest of the day to whatever it is you need to do. Useful, yeah? Until I got my horse, this whole mechanic of the game was stupendously useful. Alright, so the third or fourth time I remember, I think we'll do the trick. We'll put these in here. Take some mine food. Always have some mine food. And let's go down. Every 5... Oh, we did make it to 60. We made it even farther than I thought. Every 5 levels is a checkpoint. I swear, I have seen more ghosts in this stream than I have ever seen on my other file, and I've been playing that file. I'm approaching year 3. Save all of your solar essences. You'll need them. The solar essences and the void essences you use... See? Good luck. You use to make bombs, I think. Like mega bombs, which are some of the best bombs. They have like a ridiculously high radius. That means you can get hurt by them. So do be careful. You know what? I don't feel like bats right now. Goodbye. I think you also need gold ore for the mega bombs as well. Once we're out of the ice biome, we'll be entering the magma biome, which I think is the last biome. And then that's where you'll start finding gold and iridium and fire quartz and stuff. Ooh, I think this is a diamond! Yes! Oh, that's so lucky! Diamonds are one of the best gift items in the game. There isn't a single person who doesn't like diamonds. And it's also the most lucrative mineral in this game. However, I would add an addendum to what I have said in previous streams about things that you should give to Gunther versus things you should wait on. I have said that there are two things that you should wait to give to Gunther. They would be the Prismatic Shard and the Dino Egg, respectively. I will say that because diamonds aren't as rare as Dino Eggs, I would say that you can... I'm adding this as a suggestion. If you do find a diamond in the game, also don't give that to Gunther, because you could save it and use it for the Grange Festival. It can be one of the things that you submit in the fall to help you win points, which will help you get a star drop. And star drops permanently increase your energy. You can also get a star drop by reaching level 100 here in the mines. Ooh, that was nice. Ooh, iron ore. I know we have a staircase up there. Just hoping that maybe we'd find something good here. This is big dirt patch. Whatever, we got other things to do. We can recheck that later, I guess, if we have to. We do, however, have this little coal sprite. There we go. Alright, one more level down, and then we'll have a checkpoint. If only we had a cherry bomb. We could blow that up. Oh well. I always try to break those wooden crates open, just because they usually have good stuff inside. I think that's going to be aquamarine. Yep. Alright, there we go. And these little coal sprites give coal, which you will never have a surplus of for too long. Ooh! Oh! Oh, there's a lot going on here. Hold the phone. Glow ring. Okay, glow rings are extremely nice because wherever you wander, it'll just glow. Like always. So now you don't have to worry about it being too dark. It will just... the way will always be illuminated. And we're out of inventory space. So... hit the checkpoint. Go back up. Drop some stuff off. Stuff that doesn't stack, preferably. Or stuff that you know probably won't stack for a while. These boulders always take forever to break. They do usually give you a good amount of stone, though. But they just take forever to break. Ooh, an Omnigeode. Don't always find a lot of those until about now. Oh, a frozen tear! One of Sebastian's favorites. I meant to switch to my sword. There we go. Thankfully, your sword swings don't cost anything. We got some gold ore from that ghost. Do we have enough to smelt a bar? No, we're one short. Alright, can we go 4 more levels in 1 in-game hour? We might, actually. 3 more levels in an in-game hour? Yeah, combat is not my strong suit, but if you guys prefer the combat and are better at it, let me know what weapons you're using. Let me know what techniques you're using. If you guys are using short swords, if you're using daggers, if you're using your slingshot. Let me know what works best for you, because I could definitely use some tips. Even on my best file, I've never usually been that good with combat. Never been true for Terraria, never been true for a lot of the other games that I play, or Fable or anything, but I don't know what it is about this game, I'm just not that great at it. I think we're gonna have to call it quits. That's okay though. Alright, let's take what we can. Admittedly, not a lot. Let's leave the slingshot here. We don't use it pretty much any other time. It's too late to bring that to the Adventurers Guild, so we'll just bring that with us. Salmonberry jam we're supposed to have put in the thing, but well, whatever. The slime let's leave here for now. The wood let's take with us. Let's take the coal because it stacks. Trash can stay here. What else can we leave here? I suppose we could leave the torches. We don't really need them now that we have a glow ring. Which means let's take the... Let's take the bat wings with us, just because the bat wings you'll use to make a lightning rod, which we will get later. Alright, I think the fastest way home is this way. And so long as we can get in bed before 1, I don't think we will be taking an energy penalty. Although, now that the spa is available to you, so long as you can spare a little bit of time, about like a 20 in-game minutes, which is about 30 regular people seconds, that doesn't matter as much anymore. Ooh, we can transmute. I think it's turning copper into iron. Alright, what is the weather for tomorrow? Going to be clear and sunny all day. What a surprise. What's the luck for today? Neutral. We could go to the mine if we wanted to, but there are probably some other things we could be doing instead. Rundown of the fish you can only find in summer. Dorado, found in forest rivers during the day. Rainbow trout found in forest rivers and in the mountains during the day. Pufferfish found in the ocean, which we would need for bundles if we didn't get really lucky with the first traveling merchant. And octopus found in the ocean during the morning. Catch them all you can. Come by the shop and check out the new rods I'm selling. Ah, so he's probably got the iridium rod. Alright, let's drop a bunch of stuff in here. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, we're 1 gold ore away from a bar. This is a bundle item. Let's throw our trash into the thingy. Alright, let's water our crops. They're coming along pretty nicely, actually. Oh, and also drop our bat wings in here, too. We don't need these. And let's see, how many iron bars do we have? A good number, but not a lot. Now, if I were a true Virgo, I am not, I am a Capricorn, I probably would have expanded the farm either 3 tiles down by a divisor of 3 across, or I would have done 6 down, which is still technically a divisor of 3, with a divisor of 3 across. But I didn't. I did it 4, because I like even numbers, and didn't think things through. The next expansion that we'll be doing for when we get more money to plant crops, I will extend it so that it'll be a lot more even. Because I do care about that stuff too, just not as much as some people. Like, my brother is a Cancer and he cares a lot about the orientation of my farm. He'll just, like, I can almost hear him crack his knuckles when he's looking at my progress and what I've done, even in my original file. Let's see, what are we putting away? Yep, snail. And yeah, we'll just hold on to that for now. Won't need the torches or the quartz. Let's just fill up the watering can, put that away. Oh yeah, we were going to bait those, and then let's go make our way down to Clint. Drop that in. Drop these in. Whoops. Nope. There we go. We have a lot of geodes to bring to Clint, and hopefully there will be some good stuff in there. The nice part about the Grange Festival, to continue the thought where I was talking about our diamond, is that you don't have... It's not like the bundle where you submit it and that's it, you never get it back. You do. You do get it back. As soon as the Grange Festival is over, you collect your stuff and you bring it back. So if you were going to sell a lot of it, because it's really lucrative, because it's, you know, Gold Star, Iridium Star, etc., level stuff, yeah, sell it right after. But hold on to it, because the better the stuff, the better the points. And the better the points, the closer to a star drop you get. So it is worth keeping. Maybe it wasn't the bulletin board, it was the pantry, I think, that required the jelly. Yep. Boom, halfway done. The cloth we can get if we're lucky with the soggy newspaper. Truffle oil the traveling merchant sometimes has, as are the cheeses. The honey we can make once we build an apiary. And then these, I guess you can get from the bats, which we should probably check today. I think bats, and regardless of whether you get bats or mushrooms, produce, I think, every other day. And it does keep track of what time you collect from the bats, because I think it's exactly from the previous timer. Wizard which studies the arcane properties of jade. Guess what I just sold and don't have anymore. Whoops! My mistake. We might be able to go back to the, Oh! Sorry, Lewis! Dang it. We might be able to go back to the shipping box and pull it back out, but I don't remember if we sold something after the jade. Oh, a Joja Cola. Alright, Clint. Hope your, swinging arm is good. Oh, it's gonna be a good day for Gunther. A very good day for Gunther. Alright, so long as Gunther's name is in the description, we have not brought it into him yet. So, Gunther, Gunther, Gunther. Alright, we are going to be giving him a lot of stuff. Sell those off, keep the tears. Alright, so we are back in business. We are very close to getting that backpack upgrade. A painting. Thanks. If you want to romance Sebastian, keep the frozen tears. There is a second reason why you want to keep your diamond. Probably later games, so probably not super convenient for you now, but there is a crafting station you can build called a crystallarium, in which you just put a mineral, whatever you want, in there, and it'll just keep producing that thing forever for free. So I'm not saying you have to put a diamond in there, but if what I said is true and that the diamond is the most lucrative mineral that you can give to anybody, which is true, so far as I know, then you'd be kind of silly not to, yeah? So you would also want to keep it for that reason too. Alright, so let's drop this stuff off. We filled a good number of bundles. Let's try to make some money. Our crops are not going to be fully grown by the end of this stream. So I think between the mines and fishing, I think we'll be able to make that last 3,000. Drop the tears. Put the clams in here, the stone. Joja Cola will keep, it's a good forageable. Get rid of the sweet pea, it's useless. Oh, you know what we also didn't do? Throw anything in the preserve jars. So let's do that. Let's do... You know what? Salmonberry jelly actually sells pretty well, considering. But we could also pickle things. Let's pickle some kale. I usually like to save my fruits and stuff for wine for the kegs. And then I usually throw my vegetables into the preserve jars for pickling stuff. Alright, so we have a good amount of forageables. So long as we go fishing, we'll keep finding them. I guess we'll put this up in the house. Don't know where. Let's take those down then. Put the big one up. Put the little one up here. Put the medium one here. Oh, I forgot to put the cup down. It's there, that doesn't matter. Yeah, except for it takes an inventory slot. You don't want it to. Alright, so let's go fishing over by the mines. Just because we can see if we can go down in the mines a little bit. We can also fish a little bit. Put that away. Yeah, our taps still haven't produced. Have the bats? Yes. I don't like the little eyes. But they are lucrative, those little S words. They're fruit bats, they don't bite. There we go. Dang it. Right. Ooh, rainbow trout. A nice one. Ooh, largemouth bass. We need that for bundles. That's a bundle fish. Hopefully, though, because it said new record, it's not too high a rank. I bet it is, though. Usually when you get like a new record notification for catching a fish, it means it's going to be gold or iridium level, which you don't really want to put in bundles if you can help it. Yeah, it's gold level. I'm only disappointed because that means it's too good. You would want to sell it rather than bundle it. So if we get a crappier largemouth bass, cool. In case any of my viewers are wondering what this is, it's called a glittering boulder. And if for the eagle-eye people out there who've been paying attention to certain bundles that I've been filling, once you complete a certain... Oh, you just get two. Once you complete a certain bundle from a certain package, this goes away. And once that goes away, you get a new item and a new feature in the game called panning. And no, it's not adding SJW characters to movies. It's you literally get like a prospecting pan, and then you can find ore in the water, and it's a random ore. You could find iridium, you can find gold, iron, copper. You can find any of the ores. Holy nuts! We found a sturgeon. I knew because it was thrashy that it was probably going to be like a lingcarp or something. I did not think we'd be finding a sturgeon this early on in the game. The trick with sturgeons, because I was talking about something else and didn't even realize I was catching a sturgeon, they are the hardest fish in the game to catch, besides, you know, like the obvious, the legendaries. So there's a trick to them. So if I think I'm going to catch another one, I'll tell you guys. So on the fishing bar, when you have the little bar hovering over the fish, and then your catchability bar right over here, sturgeons have high thrash factor. They will thrash and escape. They don't like it when your fishing bar has them dead center. So you always want to keep them on the edge of your fishing bar. So if they go, let's say this is the fishing menu, where you have like your catchability bar is this border here, my cursor is the fish, and then if you wanted to try to like put your bar with my cursor right in the middle, the sturgeon will resist. It'll jump, it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll quiver, it'll bounce. So what you'll want to do is, if the sturgeon goes too close to the top of your bar, keep the very top of your bar at the bottom of the sturgeon, or keep the sturgeon at the very top of your little green bar, because then when it jumps down, it'll pass through your bar, which will increase your catchability bar, and it'll you'll be able to catch up to it quicker. inversely, when it's close to the bottom, make sure that your bar only kisses the fish icon on the very bottom of your bar. That way when it leaps up, it'll pass through your bar and increase your catchability rate. So long as you can just skim the fish icon with your bar, you'll be able to fight it a lot easier because it will be less likely to jump. And if it does jump, it won't jump quite as far, and when it doesn't jump quite as far, you'll be able to catch up to it a little easier. Naturally, when you have a better fishing rod than the literal tutorial rod they gave us, whether it's fiberglass or iridium, you'll be using bait, you'll be using your tackle, which will make catching easier, which will be catching sturgeon easier. Just as it would seem in this stream, we are just uncommonly lucky. As I said earlier in the stream, I didn't see a sturgeon until the third day from the end of my first winter, and we are day 4 of summer, and we've already seen one, which is ridiculous. Alright, since we are next to the Adventurers Guild, we can also drop off this lead rod here. That'll give us a little bit of money. I would say, generally, I don't buy things from here because you can find a lot of these things in the mine for free. I remember saving up 800 gold for a nice sword. Literally got the same sword 15 levels later in the mines. I felt real dumb. Alright, for these chests, get almost to the top of your catchability, get the chest, then get the fish. Although if you think the fish is going to be too hard, don't even bother with the chest. Because if you lose the fish, you lose the fish and the chest. And that is no good. Alright, so this one could be a sturgeon. So I'm trying to just keep the edge. No, it's a chub. Alright, but we have no inventory space, so let's head back. Sell off our stuff. Oh, actually, this is a faster way to get home. No, we're not going to take the faster way home because we're going to drop off some bundle stuff. So our bundle stuff includes the sturgeon, we have 2 gold ones, so I'd preferably not put one of these in here. And oh yeah, we already put a bullhead in here. Okay. I think that is our only bundle thing. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Throw these in the box. Throw these in the box. Alright, let's go fish in the ocean. See if we can find anything lucrative down there. Bug it, we'll just go back to where we were. Maybe we can get another largemouth bass that's not gold quality. And no, I didn't see the jade, so we can't get that back. I mean, if you can't do the dailies, that's fine. You're missing out on opportunities to get hearts, but nobody's going to actively dislike you for not doing them, so if you don't do them, it's fine. I think this might be a carp. Nope, bullhead. A good one, though. If you're playing on PC, generally I like to do lots of individual clicks to keep it on the fish, because if you hold the button down, then it's going to make your bar jump, and you can over-exceed the fish, and that will make you lose catchability. So I like to do a bunch of little clicks. Also, that way if you have a thrashier fish with a higher thrash factor, you can keep up with them a little quicker. Your reaction time when you're placing a lot of clicks kind of allows you to go, oh, and withdraw your hand faster than if you were just like holding it down and going, oh. That could be just completely personal and just a mere perception, but whatever works for you. Another bullhead. It's 11 p.m. I think we can actually hold over in this stream a little bit. Do one more day. If we play our cards right, I think we might actually be able to get the backpack by the end of the stream. If not, we're going to get very close. Depends on the luck tomorrow. If tomorrow's luck is good, then we'll go to the mines, and then maybe see if we can't break it down to gold, in which we can at least unlock the minecart, even if we can't get the backpack. Gold. Alright, I think like one or two more casts, and then we'll hit the hay. Wait till it's almost up. Get the chest. Get the fish. It's a carp. It's a lot of coal. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's go back. Oh, there's a worm pile here. Hey, copper ore. See, this is all glow ring, baby. Never need a torch again. Let's not take the energy penalty. Just go right to bed. Alright, not bad, not bad. Ooh, nice. That was a good day. Oh, we're close! Alright, what's the weather tomorrow? Beautiful sunny day. What a surprise. Spirits feel neutral today. Okay, so could go either way. Same as the other day. Alright, let's drop all this off. Don't need it. Don't need it. Nope. There we go. Drop this off. Drop... Nope, we can actually sell this to Willy. Let's wait and do that. I think by... Oh, no, our wheat is already ready. You need to harvest it with a scythe. There we go. Cool, we've got some wheat now. That's also a bundle item, by the way, so I'm just going to replant it. We need 10 of that for the Marnie bundle. You can also throw some fertilizer on it, make it slightly better. So let's put this back. I think one more in-game day and some of our first summer crops are going to start coming in. So let's collect these. Drop that in there. Drop that in there. Drop that in there. Oh, we got some hay too. That'll be for the aminals. Alright, so by the time we get to the ocean, I think Willie's will be open. Might be able to also catch some octopus if we're lucky. Octopus are very hard to catch though, so if we don't, it's whatever. Oh, actually, it's Friday. Let's go visit the traveling merchant. See what she's got. Below half the money we just made, probably, but I don't know. We'll see. For any of you who are further along, today is also Krobus Day. It's when he sells the Iridium Sprinklers, which you will want to drop 10 grand on if you have it. I forget, did we buy the rabbit's foot? I think we held off the last time we saw it. We need one for the Enchanter's bundle. We didn't. Oh, okay. The chances of us finding one of these again is not good. Alright, so that's a bundle item. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I could have spent a lot more. Could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. So let's go down to Willie, sell all of our fish. Check all the garbage. See if we can catch an octopus, maybe? If not, we'll just, you know, sell everything else, it's fine. Is there something over here? Nope. This may be entirely psychosomatic, but I generally find that the deeper water you fish in, at least for the ocean, the better the fish you catch. So I try not to catch anything too surfacey if I can help it. I like to fish over by this rock. I do actually know how to fish in real life. Generally what you would want if you're trying to catch certain kinds of fish is fish-like structures, whether it's rocks, maybe like a dock, a sunken ship, like a ruined buoy or something. So you would want to fish close to the structure because then if a lot of fish are congregating there, they're going to be hungry and they're going to want food. And if you have the right bait, they'll bite. So not necessarily the most realistic fishing standards are going to have been, or realistic fishing standards will have been implemented into the game. But I find I usually get some pretty good stuff right around this rock. Let me know in the comments if you guys have your preferred fishing spots. I know that there are some spots in the game where you stand there and you can catch a legendary fish. I'm not talking about those. Plus, I only know where 3 of those are, and I think there are a few more of those in the game. Alright, this is a thrashier one. See how I'm trying to keep it on the edge in case it jumps? Tilapia! That's a bundle fish! Now all we need is a tuna. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it on the edge. That way if it jumps, I'll be ready. Yeah, the fish is too important. Sometimes you can get both. Sometimes you can't. Oh, I don't know what this one is. I don't know this pattern very well. Ooh, a red mullet. But, let's get rid of the glasses. Alright, so that's lots full. So let's go see Willy. Let's sell off all of our stuff. We're going to drop off our bundles and then maybe try our hand at the mines. Sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you, for sure. It's iridium! Ah, double butts. We can't put that in the bundle. It would sell pretty well. But, no, we need it. Okay. An iridium grade tilapia is going to do really well in the Grange Festival. Really well. Oh, this one's a little thrashy. Yeah. Get the chest. Then get the fish. It's a bottom feeder, so I'm wondering if this is a cucumber? Nope. Flounder. Oh! Broken trident. You can sell that to the Adventurers Guild, I think. Oh, this one's very thrashy. Okay, okay. Yep, gotta edge it if you can. I don't think we're gonna get it. I think it's gonna run away. Yep. I think this is a super cucumber. Oh, these things are tricky as hell. I hate super cucumbers. They are very difficult to catch, even with iridium. I'm trying to edge it. I don't know if we're gonna get it. We're probably not. We'll see. We're gonna try. Yeah, too jumpy. Not gonna happen. Alright, well, good to know. Tilapia, I guess, aren't very difficult to catch. Ooh, this one's thrashy. Not as thrashy as a super cucumber. Tuna! But! Oh, that's an iridium red mullet, though. Ah, the 2 fish that we need for the bundle, the remaining bundle, are both amazing quality. It be like that sometimes. I've put silverfish in bundles before. If we can even just find, like, a silver... Gold! Okay, we're gonna go back to the base right now. Even if you can just find silver ranked versions of those fish, I've put them in bundles before. I mean, it's not ideal, because the better the ranked the item, the better it's going to sell. And if we're trying to make money specifically, it would put us that much closer to the backpack, but whatever, it's just not going to happen right now. So let's drop some of our more lucrative fish in the bucket. Let's drop our iridium fish in the purple chest. We'll save those for the Grange Festival. Oh yeah, I have no room in here. So let's drop the gold in here. Drop that back. Drop that in, drop that in, drop that in, drop that in. Drop that in, drop that in, drop that in. These are all Grange Festival items that I'm saving up. Drop that in. Alright, we're gonna wait for this to be done. Because that's gonna be a bundle item. One of the last, actually, till we get the minecart. If not the last thing that we need to get the minecart. Let's double check. Yeah, once this finishes smelting, we will unlock the minecart. And I'm gonna show you guys how much frickin' fun that is. We have just hit a major milestone in the game. We've unlocked fast travel, which, let me tell you, is one of the best bundles in the game, in my opinion. Next to the greenhouse, it is my second favorite bundle reward. It also means that we get to reach the quarry, even without technically having to unlock the bridge. You can get to the quarry from two ways. One, the minecart, and two, fixing that bridge. So technically you unlock the quarry from two different bundle rewards. One of these. Minecart repaired is one of them. Finishing the boiler room. And crafts room. Bridge repair. The crafts room I'd say is the easiest one. Easiest way to get to the quarry. Just because you just do the bare minimum for most of these. And then, like, you know, you would hopefully find these along the way. And then you just get the bridge to the quarry repaired. Because we focused so much time and energy on the mines and got so fargan lucky, both on drops and on the traveling merchant and on, like, you know, other things like that, that we are getting the minecart first. So I'm just gonna literally wait it out until this thing finishes, and then we're gonna drop all of our bundle items at once. Come on, baby. I'm not 100% certain if all of the ores take the same amount of time in the furnace, or if they do in fact take a different amount of time based on their rarity. I'm not certain. I'm mostly sure they all take about the same amount of time. Could we be doing something right now? Sure, but am I anxious to get this thing out and for us to get the minecart? Also yes. Now you don't get the minecart immediately, you get it the next day. And I'll show you why, because you get a cute little cutscene in which the Junimos show their worth, I'll say. The second I step away, it's going to actually produce. Let's go catch some trash. Watched furnace never smelts. Oh my god, come on. Come on! I'm already holding the stream over. I mean, this will be a great high note to end on, but come on! By the time this cast ends, I hope my thing is ready. Yes! Okay, here we go. Here we go, gonna get some bundle rewards. Alright, first things first. Chanter's bundle. Rabbit foot. Second thing second. Da 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 da. Another furnace. Also, this is what happens every time you finish a bundle package. All the little Junimos show up, freak you the hell out. They give you a little message. The room gets completely revitalized. And this is on time, so keep track of your cutscene. Get new music. They bring out a little star for you. And they put it on your board. Every star represents a bundle package. So the minecart's not accessible right now, but it will be tomorrow. And we get a second cutscene, in which it shows you just how powerful the Junimos are, and how they show their worth. So completing the community center means that you'll have finished all of those bundle packages listed on that bulletin board. We've done one, and we've come pretty close actually to finishing a couple others too. So we're doing pretty well, especially considering all things. We're also pretty close to, I think we can chop down like one tree or two, get us close to finishing the construction bundle. I don't have a lot of energy left, but that's alright. Alright, let's go to bed and we'll end the stream. Yeah, alright. The Junimos are casting their little magic. We didn't make a lot of money today, so we'll probably be getting our backpack the next stream. But we did something almost equally important. We unlocked fast travel. And next stream I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. Faster access to the mine, access to the quarry. It's going to mean super fast access to Clint. No more worrying about trying to get to his house before he closes. Also, that would mean that he gets further access to Gunther as well. So that's super nice. If we can get the backpack next stream, which I think that we can, that also means that our first order of business thereafter is to save up enough money to upgrade our copper axe to an iron axe. Because once we do that, we can start harvesting hardwood, and the hardwood is going to mean the difference between us being able to start finally building buildings. The other speed enhancement that you get is the horse, which requires a stable, and the stable requires 100 hardwood. So our first tool upgrade, I think, will be the iron axe. Then let's see if we can work on the hoe and the pickaxe too, but that'll take copper, and that'll take a good bit of money too. So we're not going to forget to visit the traveling merchant on Sunday, which is next stream. And that also means that we're going to start assembling our crops, because our crops are finally going to be grown or are growing in the next couple of days. So, yay, we got so much done! Alright, I'm writing some notes here. Okay. Good. Thank you for sticking around for a few extra minutes. I'm glad I pushed for the one extra day in Stardew. That's going to make a huge difference from now on. We just hit a big milestone, and I'll show you guys just how big on our next stream. So I believe my next day off is Friday, which would, in this case, be the... God, what day is it? I don't even remember. The 19th. So Friday the 19th is going to be my next available day to stream. Come and watch, Stardewers and Dreamers. We are going to hang around in a minecart, not Donkey Kong Country style, thankfully, because we're not going to be falling off of it. But it's going to work with that minecart. We are going to go places. All right, thanks for sticking around, Stardewers and Dreamers. Have a very good day. Thanks for hanging around with me.